This is a very important question and at the same time is very broad. But for the sake of this video, we are going to be making our answers very brief. Generally, technology has come to make life easier and it has improved life in all areas. Let's look at how it has affected the construction industry in terms of design and planning, in terms of site monitoring, in terms of automation and use of robotic system, and in terms of off-site construction. Okay, let's talk about the first one, which is design and planning. Years back, pen and paper was being used, but now, the use of highly specialized software has made the work very easy and makes us have a better quality job. Another aspect is the area of site monitoring. Nowadays, you don't need to go to the site to know that workers are in your site anymore. The use of drone and the use of CCTV cameras has made things easier. You can be in the comfort of your home, you can be anywhere in the world and be monitoring your site and be seeing what is going on in your site. In the aspect of automation and use of robotic system, highly mechanized tools has made work very easy. So you cannot compare using a manual labor to using a machine. Another aspect is off-site construction. Okay, nowadays you hear a particular company constructed a particular project within days, maybe 5-story building within a period of 14 days. How is this possible? It's made possible by prefabrication. This is another aspect in which Nigerians need to invest in. One of the major causes is design error on inadequate structural design. This one is majorly caused by a client thinking that the structural engineer is not important when carrying out a particular project, but it's supposed to be the contractor, the architect, and the structural engineer working hand in hand to ensure the success of that particular project. Another aspect is poor geotechnical investigation or non-existent geotechnical investigation. Okay, this is what I mean. Before you carry out a particular project, you have to carry out soil test to know the type of soil you have there and the type of foundation that will be suitable for that particular soil. But most of the times, in order for some people trying to cut costs, they are doing themselves more harm. And the best way to prevent this is to employ professionals, especially those that know what they are doing. Okay, another cause is use of substandard materials. Others will say use of fake materials, but they often link this to cement, to pour cement alone, but that's not true. Using the right sand and using the right rebars, which is reinforcement. There are sand you should use for your blocks, there are sand you should use for plastering, and there are sand you should use for your casting of beams and columns. All these are to be put into consideration. And to prevent this, you can simply prevent all these by employing professionals to handle your project. Another cause are natural hazards, which are flood and earthquake. But there is one main cause I want us to note, this is overloading, change of use, and unauthorized modification. Most of the time, because of rapid development, someone who has a bungalow want to change it to a story building. Someone who has a 2-story building want it to be a 4-story building. Someone who has a house for essential use is turning into a warehouse overnight. All these are endangering the building, and this is putting the building at risk. If you must carry out any change in your building, you need to employ the service of a professional in order to make the building fit for use. For those who want to build on low budget, my advice for you is this: spend on what matters structurally. You spend on the structural aspect of any building. You don't compromise on that. Rather than compromising, reduce the size of the project. But you can economize when you have to do with the finishing aspect, the non-structural aspect of the building, like the finishing. Rather than going for luxury, just go for basic. If you can choose not to screed the house and go for painting straight. You can choose not to go for Italian tiles and go for normal locally made tiles. First, the government, which is the price regulatory body in Nigeria, need to put these people in check, ranging from the producer down to the retailer, need to put them in check. And secondly, because all these materials they are imported, that's why they are going up every day. So when we start producing our own, producing our products, and start using our locally made products, the price will greatly reduce. Okay, I would still recommend off-site construction, which is prefabrication. With this, what I mean is this: when you are giving any company any project, you can walk into their showroom and see the materials that will be used in your house from start to finishing, not sourcing it from the nearest place to your site. So with that, you cannot actually regulate what they are using for you.